Hey there, boys and girls. It's Ralph Garman, and you're listening to Talking Codswallop. Good choice.
Hello, everybody. This is Ming Chen from AMC's Comic Book Man. You might know me from the Tell 'em Steve Dave podcast and the I Sell Comics podcast. Listen, I love podcasting. I love talking, but what I really love doing is talking Codswallop.
Hey, I'm Alicia Witt.
I'm Daniel Portman from Game of Thrones. I play Podrick Payne.
I'm Ellipses, and you're listening to the Talking... Okay, I'm Mark Bernard, and you're listening to the Talking Codswallop podcast.
Hey man, it's Kevin Smith, Silent Bob, whose voice you were never used to hearing in the 90s until I started opening it up, man. And that's because I'm a podcaster and you're listening to a podcast, Talking Codswallop, right here, man.
Welcome to this week's Talking Codswallop. I am Gemma.
I'm James.
Woohoo!
I'm Andy.
Woo.
Oh, he's so happy.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair,
then I was watching, then it was like, woo, like, okay, right, bye.
to be fair, you would have got a woohoo as well, but then you seemed so negative about my woohoo that I went woo instead. Gutted.
Hi everyone.
Yeah. He's just so happy.
Oh, this asshole's leaving us. James, we don't need to worry about him anymore.
It's the fake happiness. It's got to be killed. So
yeah, no more fluffing for half an hour before recording. Yeah. Can you imagine it, James? My mouth always hurts before we start recording because of the amount of fluffing I have to do. Well,
the less we say about that, the better.
And listeners, she's not a true girl. She spits.
Yeah. No swallowing.
I told you, I can't help it. I've got a problem with my mouth.
And to be fair, I had eaten garlic.
Ugh.
Yeah. Lots of garlic and spicy food.
Yeah.
I'd take the spicy food, but not the garlic. Ugh.
I like to call it my own personal garlic salt.
Yeah. I think the problem is when you kept blowing your nose, Andy.
Your own personal mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Yep. Salty mayo.
There you go. There's an episode title.
Snotty mayo.
Salty mayo.
No, your own personal mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What an awful thought.
So we're starting this episode a little bit more upbeat than we did last week's episode was rather upbeat. James did not listen to the episode, so what Andy and I are going to be doing, we're going to be making the slight references occasionally to certain things that we talked about, just to kind of try and pique his curiosity. Yeah, thank you.
Or just to get him to listen to the fucking show.
Yeah, I mean, it could be great. It could be interesting, but fuck knows, because I haven't listened to it. So,
No, exactly.
I mean, to be fair, at least after I've left, your listening figures will go up by at least one, because James will start listening to every episode. Because he'll be on them.
It's true.
Oh, I wait for that day. I can't wait.
I've got a new top listener every single week.
Yeah. My God, it's so insane. He's listened multiple times this week. So James, how was the explosive diarrhea?
It was cleansing.
Yeah, good. And remember, sorry, go on.
It cleared the system wonderfully. Colon cleansing at its absolute best.
And no more mishaps with Vaseline.
No. I think probably the mishaps with the Vaseline is what led to the colon cleansing requirements. But let's not talk about that one. Eh?
Funny though, because that was one of our guesses as to what the issue was.
Yeah, and just remember, it's not cottage cheese. He has no idea what we're talking about, Andy.
You sick pervert, right? Anyway.
Next time you need Parmesan cheese, it's from the fridge.
See, you're not actually making me want to listen now. You're just filling me full of fear and apprehension.
So hence why you should listen. When you looked up to the sky, James...
Will you...
No, listen. When you looked up to the sky, James, did you happen to see any interesting sights or anything like that? You know, unicorns or...
Struggling to fly.
I'm answering nothing. We'll have to fill in the blanks when I actually have had a chance to listen to it.
I'm your Venus.
Fucking hell. Roller skates.
I'll give you some pre-recorded answers that you can insert as and when required.
No, your awkward answers are the perfect answers. I'm shaming you right now, James.
How can you shame somebody who feels no shame? Keep going.
Oh, we will. Because we shame you when you're not here, but then you don't listen. But then we predicted it anyway, didn't we, Andy?
Yeah, to a certain extent, it's a bit of wasted shame. That shame that we could be shaming others with.
Yeah, but we still found it funny, so it doesn't really matter.
We were amused.
As long as somebody's amused by it, that's all that matters.
And we had at least 2 listeners tweet and Facebook. I made it to the end, so. You know.
So to everyone else, fuck you. Yeah. Our hearts and souls went into that.
Our sleepy episode.
Yeah.
That we couldn't even be asked to name.
Yeah, I noticed it was like, insert name here.
Insert name here, yeah. So we technically did name it, but at the end of the day, we really didn't name it because it was just like, buddy. then we went on
the same level of effort we put into the show.
Yeah, and then we went on to like discuss for a further 5 minutes of the differences between brackets.
Parentheses.
Yeah. Oh my god! Like you missed a hoot of an episode, James.
What you miss, James? What you miss?
I mean,
those moments can never be recaptured.
No.
Never stored away in that little memory box that you take out on those sad days. Let me think of a happy memory.
When I listen to it, am I going to be like the American Indian with the single tear running down my cheek?
Yeah. Sat out on those dales.
Yeah.
With that blustery wind.
It won't be your face cheek, though.
Yeah. Oh, God. It'll be a brown tear.
Oh dear, oh dear.
There we go, that's the episode title, Brown Tears.
It's brown tears. Okay, cool.
On a windswept moor.
I love it.
Oh dear. James's hair just blowing into the wind.
With brown tears rolling down his legs.
Yeah.
Sorry, James.
I think we've broken Gemma.
At least we're mocking you while you're here this time.
Yeah.
You love our bands.
He doesn't listen to it, so he doesn't know. He's probably muted us now.
Back to the fridge.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I muted you and walked out the room.
Oh
dear.
Oh dear. Well, that started the episode off well.
That's a reference we could have used last week. A nice piece of Wensleydale. Oh,
Wensleydale. Oh, Gromit. Yeah. I've told you before that about Portland being weird with the term rabbit and stuff like that, haven't I? Yeah, I've talked about it on the podcast before, so yeah. But they refuse to actually play. Well, they've got a cinema there, but it's like an independent cinema that looks like a church kind of thing. But anyway, but they refuse to play The Curse of the Were-Rabbit there because of the title of the name.
Okay.
It's so ridiculous.
You Southwesterners are very weird.
Yeah, Portlanders are extremely weird. I'm not a Portlander.
Yeah.
So I would happily cut off the dual carriage, well, not dual carriageway, the road
Farm
that connects us, basically. Yeah.
A single track muddy road.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it would be quite useful, you know. Just let them float away. There's 3 prisons over there as well. Nobody needs to see Portland.
So it's a bit like Deliverance, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Or it could be like Alcazar. What's it called? Not
Alcatraz.
That's a medication.
Alcatraz, yeah.
Our first Gemma don't fuck up in 2020. So how have you guys been?
Pretty good.
Yeah? Good chat.
And the episode dies at that
And when I
point.
tap the dashboard, do an emergency stop.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So
No, actually, I said meh, but actually, it's been all right.
yeah, good. Good. And I've had an okay week as well. Today was a bit of a crappy day, but that's also going to lead on to my codswallop. So we'll leave that until a bit later. But yeah, it's just the average day, really. So average week, sorry. It's nothing special really that's happened this week. So that's good. So should we get into some codswallop? Because we clearly got nothing to say about our weeks.
Go on in.
Am I going first?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got 2 codswallops this week.
Okay.
First one stemmed from a really pathetic argument that I had with somebody at work today. And sorry to bring up work as one of my codswallops again, but sometimes, it's kind of like the place that you are majority of the time, isn't it? You sort of wake up, go to work, come home, but you're at work more than you're at home.
Yeah.
Anyway, so obviously I won't name names or anything like that, just in case.
Sandra.
Yeah, Sandra, Tracy, all those people. Yeah, the name does begin with an S, but it isn't Sandra. But so
Susan.
Yeah, it was. Oh no, how did you know it was Susan?
Had to be.
Yeah, it had to be.
Every office has a Susan.
Yeah. If it's not Sandra, it's always Susan.
Yeah. Actually, ironically, we have neither of those. So we have neither a Sandra or a Susan.
Ooh.
Sure you work in an office?
Yeah.
I do.
Anyway, so what did do to upset you?
Oh, do you know what, James? I might have to beat that one out because that is actually the person's name.
Yes.
Okay.
My psychic powers are working.
Oh my god, first guess and he gets it right. Oh, that's going to be perfect.
If I can do that, I just need to get winning lottery numbers going now.
Oh, share your winnings with your podcast friends, eh?
all the £5 I win.
Yeah, well, that's okay. We'll put it into the show.
Well, I'm glad to hear you got your camera set up finally.
What?
Who are you talking to?
James. Oh, that went down really badly. That'll get cut out.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't...
So,
was
Sonia,
that just
how
for...
did you know that? Because James had a camera set up.
Ah, okay.
But I thought I'd let you finish your lottery conversation before I chipped in.
Oh.
Clearly that was a mistake.
You did it in the wrong order. Yeah. Should have got your question in first.
Yeah. Should have just interrupted. I got a funny.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Just because it's more funny, I might leave it in, just put a couple crickets afterwards.
Yeah.
Just... What?
Yeah. So it's going to go, wait, I've got a joke. Tumbleweed blows through.
Anyway, so this person at work that we've
Two
managed
ducks in a pond.
Don't end that joke. Don't end that joke because now he has to listen to it.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Sorry, go on, carry on.
So today at work, the person who we... Again, it's shocking that James actually got the person's name right. That basically a member of staff left the company just before Christmas. So with myself and a different colleague, our workload has increased. It's literally doubled. And we're not coping very well at all. But anyway, by the by. So this order came through that was an expedited order, so it's obviously very urgent. So I just simply leant across to the person and said, the person that I've had the argument with, Is there any chance that when you get an expedite order, because this, sorry, just a little bit of backstory, there's this guy who sends warranty orders across to us as well, and we get him to sing warranty like that just because it's fun and it lightens the mood. And so I turned around to her and I went, can you just say like expedite or whatever? She goes, no, maybe I could just send it, like, all seriousness, she goes, no, maybe I could just send it to you and my other colleague. And I was like, well, no, you still need to send it to this PC. You know, still carry on sending it as you do, but just let us know, give us a heads up so that we can run around and get them on because they're more important. And so she goes, well, I'm not singing like this. And she got really stroppy with me. And I was like, for fuck's sake, woman. I was just like, seriously, just take it, you know. And so basically this has stemmed my new favourite saying, which I sometimes say as a joke and sometimes say dead seriously, which is, how you feeling up there on your high horse? You look like you're getting a nosebleed. So basically it carried on for a few minutes and I was just like, look, just tell us so we can come round. And it was like, you know, when you just have one of those like really pathetic arguments about something and it's like, just please do what I ask.
Am
I in the wrong here, guys? Basically, yeah, because it's like the other computer that we've got to check is literally the other side of the table, so we have to walk round to it, which obviously isn't an issue, but we only go over there once our stuff has been done.
Why is it going to a computer? Why isn't it being sent to a centralised mailbox?
Because we've all got individual emails.
Okay.
Maybe, can you not create a shared mailbox so it goes to one mailbox that you can then access remotely without having to get off your chair? Sorry, I'm an IT manager, so I'm giving you a solution. Yeah. But no, her reaction was a slight overreaction, I think.
Yes.
I wouldn't have argued. I would have gone, no.
Yeah, don't feel like singing, and then you leave it at that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. She goes, well, I'll just say it. I said, sorry, I just
hello, mystery woman.
Hello, mystery woman. I said, I was just trying to lighten the mood. I wasn't making you sing. For Christ's sake.
Switching oversensitive.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was like that, or was she just having like a bad day?
She's pretty much always
in a bad mood.
Yeah. She's pretty much always like that.
She hoity-toity.
Yeah. She doesn't take kindly to jokes, which unfortunately sitting opposite me doesn't kind of work because obviously I like to joke.
Buy some calms and just leave them on the desk.
Yeah, but are your jokes of the same quality as Impulse?
Oh, fuck you.
I've only got a couple of more shows to get away with it.
Yeah, you have. And you're going to be sitting there as a listener going, oh, I would have said such and such.
Yeah, I'll be live Instagramming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that would be really good, actually. If you could do that for the first couple of months, years, whatever, until we get you back. Yeah. So that was my first codswallop that kind of started. What is wrong with you two? Have you both been snogging or something? Coughing away.
Maybe. No.
Well, you're loved
when
up.
you get bored, there's nothing else to do.
I'm sorry that I broke up the threesome.
Yeah. It gets so lonely. You don't know what it's like for us.
Especially that, I now know that Andy's going,
Oh, I know. You must be broken-hearted, James.
And I'm destroyed.
Well, he was crying in the corner last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's those tissues? Lots of snot tissues.
I'll listen to the episode later. We'll leave it at that. Enough is enough. Right, come on.
Right,
all right, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
Okay, so my second codswallop is basically when you are on Facebook and you get a notification, which I'm sure anybody who is on Facebook has, which is basically pop-up that tells you that you've been to a certain area, a shop, beach, or whatever, and it's asking you to basically tell us about this place. It's like, I don't want you to know where I am and where I'm going. And yes, I could turn my notifications off and I could do such and such and such, but stop invading my privacy. You know, I know it's...
You've got location services.
Yeah.
No sympathy from me.
I think basically you just need to turn your location services off.
Yeah.
All right, okay. But still... okay, that is fair enough. And I think I might do that.
Yeah. I know what you mean, because I've got location services switched on and Google's forever going, oh, you're at this place. Why don't you rate it and give it a review? Could you just answer some questions? Does it have disabled parking? Does it do takeout? Is this a trendy place? It's fucking McDonald's.
The current one is, can you tell me more about 109 Watersports? I don't know anything about water sports.
Yes.
You guys.
Yeah, of course, you say that to us, but there must be a reason. There must be some sort of, biometric, whatever it is called, reason why it's trying to sell you that product. So fess up, Gemma. What site have you... Where have you been, or what site...
That's a lot of information we don't need.
All I can say is this is enough juice to fill a jug. Right.
Yes. Apple juice, anybody? I have not been Googling water spots.
That's what they all say.
No.
You're in for a treat tonight. I've had beetroot.
Oh, at least it'll be pretty.
Yeah.
Define pretty.
Because it's pink. Although I don't like pink, so maybe it won't be pretty for me.
No.
I call this rose water.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a slight earthy undertone to it.
Oh, that stings.
Not in the eye!
Far too citrusy.
Goggles.
Oh, dear. Oh. So anyway, those are my codswallops. Who wants to go next?
Andy,
it's
over to you. No, I haven't got any. I'm okay. It's over to you, Andy.
I did have one. I had one precious one. And I can't remember what it is now. I really should write these things down for the next episode.
Well, I mean, it is your last one next week. So.
Yeah. Right, finally, after 30 episodes.
It'll just be an entire hour of you going through all your codswallops.
Oh, we could do that as a side episode off mic. We could actually do that as a side episode. Just Andy rants about codswallops.
The best Andy rants, yeah.
Yeah, episode 101.
Yeah.
I like it.
Andy has his own airing of the grievances moment.
Yeah.
I think that'd probably be your most listened to episode as well.
Yeah.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
Quite possibly.
Everyone likes a grumpy arsehole, so...
That's it. Oh, man.
Have you remembered it yet?
No, because I was too busy joining in.
Oh.
Talk amongst yourselves for 2 seconds. Let me just see if I can do a quick remember.
No, we're just going to sit here in silence.
Okay.
That didn't work. I'm going to talk.
Okay. I'll say this because I did promise I'd do this. The comment of "this is enough juice to fill a jug." I have to say, it's not my comment. It comes from my friend Elizabeth, and she wanted me to say that and give her credit for it. So I've done it. There you go.
So edit that out, Gem.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll turn to edit it so it just sounds like I'm saying this was my creation.
Yeah.
Why does she know about my water sports?
Well, you become famous, clearly. Oh.
I know, but we haven't even released the episode. Is she secretly listening? Is she under my table?
Yeah. She's the one holding the jug.
For the record, Salty Tadpoles, I'm not into water sports.
I think the lady doth protest too much.
No, she doesn't. No. No. Just pop that in the toilet. That'll do nicely.
It literally escapes me. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sure it will come back to me just as we're finishing.
It will come back, I'm sure.
Yeah. I was going to say, did you want to go on to our topic? We've got quite a lot of content to go through this week, haven't we, really? So
yes, we do. Was that you heavy breathing then, Andy?
Yes, I didn't move my mic.
Stop it.
Are you getting excited over our subject?
That's it.
It's a very good topic. James, do you have computer now? By the way, before we move on to our topic.
I do. I finally got a new computer. I'm not on it right now. I'm using the phone still, but yes, I do have a new computer. So
yeah, well, I mean, the phone works, doesn't it? So
it does.
All up and running.
Yeah, it took 2 days of buggering about and putting new components inside the new one, but yeah, it's all good.
Awesome.
Ooh. Look at James. He's our new IT technician, I think.
Well, I won't go that far, but I've managed to...
Or maybe not.
I've managed to put...
Something that would have taken Andy 20 minutes took James 2 days.
No, putting the parts in wasn't the problem. It was getting stuff to sort of like...
sync up
properly, which meant I had to like basically reformat Windows and other fun stuff. So
yeah.
But that was the difficult part. But putting in the new hard drives and transferring the hard drives over and stuff wasn't actually as horrendous as I thought. But I did get a bit of help, so, Chase helped me. But yeah, it wasn't too bad, actually. It's interesting.
Awesome.
Chase is a good lad, isn't he?
He knows his stuff, and he's disturbingly patient. So yes, he's a very good lad.
Yeah, very good. Okay, well, I'm glad that you are back with technology again.
Yes, I'm no longer a Luddite. Yeah. Well, not a complete Luddite anyway.
No.
Just got to get some more apps on your phone so you can listen to podcasts on the go.
Pod what?
What?
Who, what, where, when?
What's a podcast?
What's a podcast? Yeah. I thought this was live radio. You mean we're not live now?
We're not live? You mean this isn't an AM radio? Oh, God. I feel so used.
Oh.
I'm still getting used to this new wireless. Wireless for me is radio.
This newfangled technology.
And the music shit on this wireless. Yeah. And I keep saying boobies. Boobies and cats.
Fuck cats, right? Carry on.
Oh, talking about that.
Yes.
We will get onto our topic. But have either of you, I haven't personally, but watched that Netflix program, Don't Fuck With Cats?
No.
I started to watch it because I was kind of curious with regards to what it was all about, because there's a lot of hype about it. Basically, it's this guy that's killing kittens and stuff like that. And it sounds so disturbing, but at the same time, my brain was kind of like, I didn't want to watch it because of the topic and everything, because obviously I love cats and love animals and whatnot, and I hate people. But at the same time, it was one of those things where I like horror, so I kind of want to watch things just to kind of see if I can get through it, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. I watched it for 5 minutes, and then I saw that the kittens were being put in a bag and something else was about to happen. I was like, no, turn it off, I can't watch. I couldn't watch it.
I mean...
I just tensed up and I was like, I just can't. My eyes shut and I was like, no, not going to happen.
I mean, I might watch it to see if I can get through it, but it doesn't sound particularly nice, so...
No. It starts off with this woman, I think it's like different episodes, like it's sort of cut up into episodes rather than it being a long thing. I think that's the case, but again, I didn't watch it past 5 minutes. So beginning was basically this woman talking about a YouTube clip about this guy basically who is obviously evil, and it was like tiny little kittens, and I just saw the kittens' faces and I was like, I can't do it. No.
Doesn't sound like my cup of tea.
No, definitely not. No. So yeah.
It doesn't sound particularly great, so but,
no. Yeah. All right. Let's make a pact. We will none of us will watch this program. No. It does sound so disturbing though.
I've never really got on with horrors.
No. Well, I mean, it's a real life thing, so it's not actually like a horror thing.
Or even sort of psychological thrillers, not necessarily to be horrors, but like the psychological thrillers, because that's what Saw is, isn't it? Saw's not a horror; it's a thriller. Yeah, even though it's too tense for me.
I'll happily watch that sort of stuff, but I don't know. Probably not gonna land on the playlist. So.
Especially when you've got titles like Human Centipede, you just know that's not for me.
Yeah, I've never watched that.
Yeah.
I know what it's about.
I've seen that. That was not a nice film at all. It was, no.
Pardon the pun, but I can join the dots on that one.
That's given a new definition to ass to mouth, isn't it?
Yeah. To be fair, I preferred watching the South Park Human Centipede episode.
Oh, no, do you know what? That one disturbed me. That one actually really disturbed me, that South Park. So I know exactly which one you're talking about, and I'm like, oh no, I can't even watch this. I still did, because obviously it's South Park and they're amazing. But yeah, I was just like, no.
Yeah. Do you want me to eat the vanilla mousse or the cuttlefish? Okay, Stan, I eat the cuttlefish now. Oh.
Oh dear, it's so wrong. Did you ever watch because there was a second one as well, wasn't there? Human Centipede 2.
There's 3 of them, I think.
Oh my god, why? Surely you know what happens in the first one, then it's going to happen with all the others.
Oh no, I've got the third one's even more. I don't know, they're all horrible. I mean, I know the rough outline of what happened in them. I saw the first one, that was enough to never again, but the second and third ones are just weird.
Yeah. On a side note, by the way, those DVDs turned up. That was ages ago, by the way. The Fantasia.
Oh, Phantasm. Phantasm, yes.
Phantasm, yeah. So, so I'll start watching them, and we may do an episode on them, maybe.
Okay, yeah, it's all good.
Once Andy's betrayed us and left.
Yeah.
There's
none of that.
I actually turned my head in aggression then, by the way.
She turns her head away, she spits upon the ground, and,
Yep.
Only time she does bloody spit.
You're right there, Andy.
When what'll happen? The sad thing is, Andy, that when you're gone and I mention you should go, who's that? I don't know who you mean. That person's dead to me.
That's it. He's just a hump in the car park.
Yep. A bump in the road.
Yeah.
What's that? A sleeping policeman? No, it's Andy.
No.
Welcome to my expansive patio.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, so let's get on to our topic. So last night on Tuesday evening, because I know Tuesday night is normally our recording night, but today is Wednesday, shock horror, and we changed things up a little bit this week. Anyway, so last night I put a post up on our social media accounts, which is at CodswallopPod for Facebook, Instagram, and also for Twitter as well, just to keep it nice and simple.
Mm-hmm.
And the post reads, "Hey, Salty Tadpoles. Question for this week's episode. # get involved. When you're getting down and dirty, / having sex, / making love, / doing the deed, / rumpy pumpy, whatever you call it, what song would you like to listen to?" And then I went on to say, obviously, when we're recording. And also, so get your answers in quick and have some fun with it. And we've had a really quite impressive response, in my opinion. Because I think it was something like 20. I think I counted it was something like 22 responses or something like that. So
excellent,
which is very good, very good in the short space of time. So yeah,
definitely. So Andy, did you want to go first?
No, you can go first, ladies first. As you posed the question.
Yes,
so
yes.
I did.
Run with that ball.
Get that off your literal chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've got a couple of suggestions. One was Frozen's Let It Go, don't hold it back anymore.
Are you sure we're not discussing water sports again?
Stop up with the Watersports. I really don't want to talk about that anymore.
I noticed that when you posed the question, I mean, tell me if you think I'm wrong on this. I'm interested to see what Andy thinks. You kept saying Slash.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just wondering, let it go, Slash. Watersports.
1 gem, 2 cups, maybe.
2 C cups, baby. Oh, yeah. Not double Ds or anything like that, but, a handful's all you need.
More than a handful's a waste.
Exactly. What are you going to do with that otherwise, eh?
Exactly. Well, I normally say 2 hands and a mouth, but,
Well, yeah. So anyway, that was one song. You will probably hear some answers. I can't remember if I've, with the screenshots, if I've kept them in or if some of them got cut out, but I thought that Wet, 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 Love Is All Around Me is quite a good one. Especially when it's, I feel it in my fingers.
Tony Hart's painting away.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I think those are good ones. Good ones to start with, at least, anyway. So,
James.
Who wants to go next, James?
Is this for my own choice? Yeah.
Yep.
Well, in my case, I don't work on just a song. I actually work on the fact that it's all about my staying power. So I decided to choose a Welsh band, an entire album, in fact, by a group
look at you stud.
Yeah, a group called Quiet Marauder, whose entire 111-song album run that runs at 4 hours and 49 minutes and 20 seconds. I mean, technically, that's not long enough for me for my staying power, but, I try.
It's good for a quickie.
Yeah. It's a quickie for me, really,
Put it on repeat multiple times and then it'll be all right.
Yeah. I'm like Brian Quinn, Too much pussy control.
How do any of those songs go?
I don't know, because I'm so in the zone that it's just like a background thing for me. Get all your focus and you get the job done.
Yes, but not too quickly, guys.
Well, one of mine's a solution for that.
Go on.
Okay.
Go on, then.
I was going to say, James, if you're done, let's move on to Andy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I'm intrigued.
Well, no, he said 4 hours, so, bring it on, baby. I'm louved and ready to go.
Are you going to be visiting those glory holes, Andy?
Might as well. I'll use my token.
It's like the golden ticket, isn't it?
I mean, how honest have we got to be?
Do whatever.
Because, really, it's my 2 favourites are Just Another Victim, Helmet and House of Pain. And then I generally then sort of finish off with Another Body Murdered by Faith No More and Booyah Tribe. Not to scare any future potentials out there,
I'm surprised you didn't choose Another One Bites the Dust.
I mean, to be fair, it's been such a long time that, it's my immediate go-to is Hard to Imagine by Pearl Jam. And it's been a while by Stained. They tend to be the firm favourites. Generally, the place is very stained, so they get the message.
It's like a Jackson Pollock, then.
That's it. So, just to get me going, I get Turn It Up, Fire It Up by Busta Rhymes, just to really get in the mood.
Yep.
But, if I think, I'm going to arrive way too early, I then start practicing Alphabet Aerobics by Black Alicious.
I don't think I know that one.
Oh, listen to it and you'll realise the immense concentration you need to slow down.
Okay.
But if it's a quickie, then, you can't beat a bit of Primal Concrete Sledge by Pantera to get that rhythm. And then, if I do finish early and I'm a disappointment, which is, 99% of the time, then my outro music is Superman's We're Not by Yuksek.
Oh, you're not a disappointment, I'm sure.
Tell that to the Trail of X's. Is that it? Oh. Outdraw. Lucky dip. I'll make a coffee then.
Yeah. Here's what you could have won.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they were very good choices.
Thank you.
Yes. I think we all did ourselves very proud there. So let's see what the Salty Tadpoles have to say. Andy, do you want to go first?
Yes. So I think I found my kindred spirit on the Soul reply on Instagram.
At least we've got one. We finally got a reply on Instagram. Woohoo!
God bless this person.
As a grumpy antisocial bastard, it was a disappointment to see that notification come up in the first place. Fuck! I've got to interact.
Don't worry, it's only a little bit longer, Andy, and then I'll be taking it over.
That's it.
Unless, of course, I give it to James. That might be quite fun.
Yes, that'll really work. Like I have any idea how to work Instagram. Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. To be fair, I don't know either. That's why Andy got it. It's really not hard, people say. Post up a picture. Write shit. Post. But it's like, yeah, but what?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Andy. Please continue.
So this is from Hedge Scout, a cosplay artist, who I believe we may or may not have on the show in the not too distant future.
Fingers crossed.
Yes. So she listens to the lamentations of her enemies. So my immediate response to that was, is that a long playlist? It depends how many bad drivers there's been on the way to work that day. I mean, come on. You know how like war vets, they start stripping off to show their bullet holes. You know, I got that here, I got that there. I reckon we could tell some horror stories. Yeah.
I'm not sure if she's single or whatever, but Andy, do you want me to take out the disappointment part? Just in case. Because I won't.
She'll raise the volume on that part.
Yeah.
The podcast will suddenly go really, really loud. The clarity will be unbelievably good.
Yeah.
That one section.
Whoa.
Yeah. Anyone listening with headphones are like, what the fuck was that?
Well, Jen, just give me like half an hour. Let me just insta-stalk her and then just blow up the ring finger. I can't see on that angle, right? Hello. Oh no, I should be looking here.
Okay.
Sorry if that was
moving on.
We're going to like a totally different area now, but anyway.
Andy insta-stalks. Right. James?
Are we on to me now?
Yep.
Just to make sure I'm reading this right, have I got the boobies and newbies one?
Yes.
You said boobies.
He's going to say it again in a second when they give the Twitter handle.
Boobs. No, right. So I got boobies and newbies. Insert laughter here, especially for Andy. Yeah.
James, why are you sending thumbs ups?
I don't know.
What is going on in our chat that I need to see?
No idea. Right, so...
James's finger's slipping.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Too much Vaseline.
It's well lubed. Right, so, boobies and newbies. So
long strokes.
The response which says, I'm going to need answers from everyone on this one. So it goes with, personally, I'm a fan of Lizzo's Lingerie, the entire hashtag 50 Shades of Grey soundtrack, good choice, and some spicy at Trey Songs beat.
I don't know any of those.
I'm going to be honest, I've not listened to any of those things ever, but if they work for you, boobies and newbies, at Boobies Podcast.
You said boobies.
Boobs, yeah. Boobs.
Boobs. Go on, Andy.
You said boobies.
Boob.
Boobs, yes.
Bitty.
It reminds me when I went and tried to get a job at a really good place, which was the Victoria's Secret place, but they told me I couldn't work there. I thought that was very unfair.
Oh.
Is that because you came in via the changing rooms?
They said to me, I said, I can work out cup sizes. I had both my hands up, but nobody wouldn't accept me for the job, the bastards. Sexism at its worst.
And look, I don't need both hands to carry things around.
Yeah. See, I said I can carry hands and I can hang stuff off here, but nope. Security threw me out the store. Sexist git.
Oh, Oh dear, I wonder how many female listeners we've just offended, but I'm a female listener and I'm laughing, so it's staying in.
I said, fuck you guys, I'll go and try and get a job at Ann Summers.
Oh, do you get discount? Friends and family.
Yeah.
What would you do? Sorry, going off topic. If you did get a job there, right? This is a hypothetical now.
Yep.
And then your dad walked in to use his friends and family.
I'd be very, very worried that he's become a transvestite, but, each to their own.
No, because there's stuff for men in there as well. There's not just lady stuff. There's stuff for men in there as well.
I would serve him with whatever he wanted, and then we'd never ever have a conversation about it and pretend it never ever happened.
Here, son, I've heard this is good when you got diarrhea. Things are proper good.
Oh, son.
I cut this tail off?
I'm not exactly sure where in the name of God you think my father comes from, but...
He's from up north.
That's certainly not his accent, but anyway.
Yeah. Look at that big black dildo.
Just to say, Dad, they're saying this, don't disinherit me.
Look, if
and what else did James put in the chat to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I put 2 to my head, I've got horns.
Is there some trick to make this stay up?
Son, what's a cock ring? Anyway, moving on.
Hoppers. Oh, how do they work?
What is this Viagra?
Yeah.
Viagra? Viagra.
And just to turn the tables, Gem.
Yes.
How would you react?
Well, if my dad walked in, I'd be pretty shocked.
I think that would be rather a shock.
No, if your mum walked in, didn't see you, and put a big basket of dildos down in front of you.
I'd be so proud of her. Like, me and my mum have got quite a close relationship, so it wouldn't work in an embarrassing sense for me. So obviously not close in a weird way, but it's kind of like I would be like, oh, good effort, mum. Didn't work, but good effort. Oh, coming over this week.
Well, let's get the cupboard.
Yep.
No. These are all human. He's not a blow-up doll. I might beep his name out as well.
Sorry, that was just a random name.
Yeah.
No. That's her boyfriend's name.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Should we get Daryl out of the cupboard?
Yeah. As long as he's not tied up in the cupboard, it's all good. You never know. You never know.
I mean, she is a pensioner. Pensioners can be kinky sometimes.
Tied up with a gimp mask, and
Yeah.
Oh, Mum, no, that swing's not for you. Not with your hips. You're bad enough for the step ladders.
Now, I'd watch this one with your irritable pal.
Oh, God.
Oh, when those hernias come back, just use this plug.
James, will you stop putting thumbs up in the chat, please? Because it's really annoying me.
If I'm doing that, I don't actually know how I'm doing it.
Oh, okay. Well, you are.
All I'm doing is scrolling through the posts.
Oh, okay.
I think James is scrolling on something else there.
All you've got to do is just open up one of the pictures and just move across to the left.
Well, I'm just going up and down the scrolling thing, sorry. So
No, it's fine.
Right. No, yeah, we'll do it that way then. That must be why it's coming up, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just I keep seeing it and it's like distracting me. Stop, Andy!
He's just so happy. Thumb up.
Oh, you're so lucky that I can't use mine at the moment. There will be another gesture being put in there. Anyway, moving on. Oh my God, I'm losing my voice. I'm laughing so much. So Pop Culture Brews podcast at Pop Culture Brews, all one word, on Twitter. Sorry, the Mr Blobby song gets me in the mood.
Big pink wobbly.
Horses for courses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they like something that's pink and, wobbly and spotted, hey, if it does it for them.
Why not?
Or maybe it's a Noel Edmonds thing. Who knows?
It might well be. But that one did really make me giggle when I read that one.
No wonder Beep doesn't like your jokes.
Beep doesn't. Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. You don't have to beep her name out because it's more fun if you say it and then I just beep.
Well, you can beep the beep now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And should you wish to come on and tell your side of the story?
She's not allowed.
Okay, so from the Super Movie Brothers, that's Super Movie Pod.
Yep.
Or if you want to be known as Super Movie Bros or Super Movie Bros. Well, I'm just going for brothers.
I think it's bros. But yeah,
Bros.
you gave the Twitter handle, so that's the most important thing.
At Super Movie Pod, in case you didn't get it the first time.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah. So they said, whatever is on the TV, we don't play music when we make Whoopi. Now, is that the two brothers making Whoopi each other? Because isn't that illegal in most countries?
Yeah.
Well, they are American. So maybe the laws have, now that weed is legal in America, maybe the laws have changed slightly.
Well, if they're in, to be fair though, if they're in Deliverance style area of America, it's probably, part of the law in that area anyway.
It might be.
You got a real pretty mouth.
If anyone missed the fact that we were talking about them being brothers, even though they're not actually brothers for the record.
That's false advertising then. Should be Super Movie Friends.
They're bros by association, I think.
And they love Super Mario, give them their dick.
Anyway, my full disclaimer has just completely gone out the window. We're not talking about man on man. Man on man is absolutely fine. Incest, probably not.
It's all taken a very dark turn, hasn't it?
No, it's just in case people missed the fact. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so James, next one.
The wonderful Politics with Dummies at With Dummies has come with 60s, 70s R&B, Barry White, Al Green type stuff. I play albums, not songs. And then whether we got them in the mood desperate, because it just goes, at the end, so.
I think it's more like,
oh yeah, that sort of thing, yeah.
Oh, that's quite a good Barry White impression there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, now you kind of sound like the Kool-Aid guy. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right, next one. Oh, I'm so glad that I got this one because it really made me laugh.
I can read
Okay,
this.
so
I can. Go on.
Yeah, let me read it and then you laugh. Okay, so this is from whore-hey, and the Twitter handle is at @H_Empire.
I think that's Jorge.
Yeah, I was going to say it's Jorge.
No, I think, whore-hey, but it is whore and then hyphen, isn't it? So.
Okay, yeah.
All right, Jorge.
Jorge.
Are we Jorge with that now? Okay, so this one. No music, just the stark sound of our bodies becoming stuck and unstuck like a wet willy in mud.
Like a wet welly in mud, yeah.
Like, oh, I thought he said willy.
Yeah,
Honestly, this is becoming such a window into your sex life. It's unbelievable.
It tells us all we need to know or not know.
I can understand now the need for moisture in your...
That was my dyslexic moment, okay? I really thought that's a willy.
Yes, of course you did.
Yes.
No, James,
all believe
legit.
you, don't we, Salty Tadpoles?
No, genuinely, that was a dyslexic moment that I really thought that's a willy, not... Okay, well, it's not quite as funny anymore.
It tells us all we need to know.
Becoming stuck and unstuck like a wet welly in mud.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, listeners, a little window into Gemma's.
Just Andy, stop being jealous.
Yeah, it's all born from deep, bitter jealousy.
I know you only decided to leave the podcast when I got a boyfriend. I thought we loved each other, but you know.
It's fine. If she wants to date a yokel, fine.
It's the problem you're going to have, Gemma, is when you keep getting extreme, like, stabbing pains, and it's Andy stabbing that voodoo doll he's got made.
Oh, I thought you were talking about what references we've said before, that he can put it on his shoulder, that he's like going to stretch Armstrong all the way to Weymouth from Reading.
Slap.
Poking me in the cheek.
Yeah.
Andy's here again.
Yeah. Can I smell cheese? Oh, fuck, Andy's here. Yeah, so Bats and Balls podcast at Bats and Balls pod. Back when I got some, Van Morrison was a favourite.
Van Morrison's quite depressing, though, really. So.
It depends, doesn't it? Because it can be quite romantic as well, because it's like you've got the brown-eyed girl, haven't you? Song. Yeah. You're my brown-eyed girl. Da, da, da.
No wonder he likes that one. Yeah. For the old brown eye.
Yeah.
Do you know what I was thinking? It wasn't until you started laughing that I was like, hold on. What have I said again?
Yeah.
Ooh,
I mean,
stuffish.
I'd be more. Yeah, I'd be more if you put. You know, is it that Brown Girl in the Ring song? But
I can't believe we didn't actually bring up Chocolate Starfish, by the way.
Yeah. Nice bit of Limp Biscuit.
A bit of Limp Biscuit, yeah. Okay, next one. James?
Ah, yes. The 80s It's at the 80 It's. Come on, you all know you listen to your own podcasts.
Well, not James.
No, I don't.
Well, that is when he's getting down and dirty.
Yeah.
The podcast just doesn't last long enough, so, you know.
I mean, we've got 98 episodes, James. How long do you need?
He's not on all of them, though, is he?
Oh, that's a very good point. Next one. From Dear Diary Pod at Dear Diary Pod on Twitter. It's all down here from here. It's all downhill. Fucking hell. It's all downhill from here. Newfound Glory. Which I quite like that song. So it's obviously not a very good topic to talk about. Oh, this next one I really liked.
Yeah.
I'm always disappointed that I don't get to say it. Carry on.
Well, perhaps you can read his actual Twitter name then, because all I've got is Tim Popper of the Codswallop.
Ah, see, Tim is, if you remember rightly, Tim Dawson popped our Codswallop cherry. Yeah, so he is Tim Popper of the Codswallop cherry on Twitter.
Nice.
Yeah, at Tim Dawson 87. Am I carrying on reading this one?
No. I just I forgot what was after. I was like, Jem would know. So yes, Tim Popper of the Codswallop cherry. You lucky bugger. You only get to do that once. Yeah. At Tim Dawson 87, which Jem just said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have I got to hold your hand through this, Andy?
Yeah.
So, in the style of Gem.
Go on then. Yeah, we haven't done this for a while.
Yeah. Right. So, Tim Popper of the Codswallop Cherry Popper. At fuck that, I can't do that. Yeah, so Tim Popper of the Codswallop Cherry Popper. Tim Dawson.
It doesn't say Popper at the end.
Yeah, he's not.
Tim,
yeah, the
Tim Popper of the Codswallop Cherry.
Popper. Powered out.
Take 596.
Yeah. Tim Popper of the Codswallop Cherry.
Yay!
Tim Dawson 87. You popper. I once had the Pokemon theme as the screen goes fucking dark. I've taken it.
I have to leave all of that in now.
Yeah.
Tim Popper of the Codswallop Cherry. Tim Dawson 87. I once had the Pokemon theme song come on randomly. It was on shuffle. Yeah, I reckon. I was the very best, like no one ever was. Yeah, I bet you styled that one out well.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with Pokemon.
Well, again, in most places, that kind of thing is illegal.
Yeah.
Well, most places.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, Japan, it'll be fine.
Again, I can't see anywhere letting you poke your mum.
But a bump.
Sorry, I had to explain that one again.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to explain it.
As you said earlier, you and your mum have a very open relationship.
I said close. I didn't say open. Moving on.
So Beej put, if you've never fucked to death, Core, you've never fucked. Beej has really got his point across there.
And then James Stafford happens to say,
I just put it pure filth, basically, to which Lucy Caton put, is that a song or an opinion? And your response was, it's a Creed of Filth tribute band.
And what was your response to that going to be, James? Because off mic you told me I had a better response than that.
No, I think we'll just stick with that one. I've realised I can't actually beat that as a response.
Yes, that is correct.
that sweet salty tadpoles is called knowing which side your bread is buttered.
Although I don't want to do the podcast on my own, so I might look after you for a bit. Okay. So, Lee Hagrid Carell, who is a friend of mine from work.
You just can tell what you said.
To be honest, he would know, even with the beeps out, that it's probably her. I think we all need to take our hats off to Steel Panther for writing "Turn Out the Lights." I want to tie you up with some garden hose, slap your tits, and rub my balls on your nose. Now that's pure poetry right there.
Beautiful.
Hashtag me too.
Yep.
Yeah. I like that one. He has got another one as well. But I've said in it, eagerly, I will let James read this one out. So I don't know. Andy, are you happy to read it, or do you want James to read it?
You promised him James, so...
Yeah, I was promised. I was the chosen one.
All right. Come on, then.
Lee Hagrid Carell has put, there are so many Cannibal Corpse songs I would choose from. Foot with a Knife, I Come Blood, Meat Hook Sodomy, Dismembered and Molested, or he's put on my personal favourite, Entrails Ripped from a Virgin's Cunt. Nice.
I hate the fact that you can say that C word so without even hesitation. At least, sorry. At least Andy said it last week and he didn't even say the proper word.
And she doesn't mean cannibal or corpse, people. Oh no, she means the word right at the bottom.
I meant cum.
Yeah. I'll just say it once more, Gemma, just to make sure you become desensitised. His favourite one was Entrails Ripped from a Virgin's Cunt.
As you do.
Like you do, yeah.
And then I said, he ripped my entrails from a virgin's cunt.
Yeah. And she said that was a fun Saturday night for me.
And then I said, "Eek!" Lee with a shocked horror face. I'll get James to read this one out.
And indeed she
No,
did.
you didn't go, ha ha, you went, ha ha, ha ha.
Yeah. If I could have trailed off with smaller font, I would have. He does make me laugh, though, that guy. Does make me laugh. I've actually lost who's next. Andy, it's you now, isn't it?
It's you.
Yep. Album suggestions from Graham Arnold.
And I think, just interrupting very quickly, I think you'll hear in a minute why, but I think the participation trophy needs to go to Graham Arnold this week for the amount of responses. I couldn't take a screenshot of all of them, but for the majority of them, I think, he should get a participation trophy.
I think we found his favourite subject.
Yeah, I think it might be.
I think these are out of sync. So let me skip one and then James, you go back.
Okay, yeah.
Because the one Gem you put in
yes, you're right. I see what you mean, yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise it won't make any sense. So Graham Arnold kicked it all off with, does it have to be songs while in the actual act? What about foreplay? Example, Going Under by Evanescence.
I love how he's been so specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like the fact that the word is going under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Gemma replied, all is welcome. Lol. What about Wet, 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 Love is all around? I feels it in my fingers, I does. Note to self, Gemma, stop giving away your answers podcast material. Lol.
Answers / podcast material.
Yeah, I do love your accent for me. Unless I'm northern, and then it's like...
all is welcome. What about Wet, 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 Love is all round? You know, I feel it in fingers.
I feel it in doors.
Not tits off, Jim. Stop giving away your podcast material. Lol.
And then Graham has come out with a brilliant one. He's even got an album suggestion. I mean, fucking genius. Slippery When Wet studio album by Bon Jovi. Lee Hargreaves Carell's back with A Lap Dance is so much better when the stripper is crying by the Bloodhound Gang. Oh, Lee, perfect. The next one, Lee has come up with, again, I Touch Myself by the Divinals. and Gemma,
I want to hear your accent for me, James.
I can't.
Come on, you're the voice man.
I know, but sometimes you can't beat the perfection that's the way Andrew does it. But now that there is a song, maybe a solo song. Lol.
Lols. I can't believe that they missed out 3 Feet High and Rising by De La Soul.
Ah, well, I mean, that could have been one of yours, to be fair, couldn't it?
Yeah. But I'm not as smart as them guys.
No, you're not.
No.
You are.
I spend too much time licking that rotten chip, you know.
Well, I spend too much time walking up a field to sit on a giant man's willy.
Are you preggers yet?
No, we fucking hope not.
Right, I'll tell him to use sharper pins next time.
Please don't. They bloody hurting now, they are. Go on, ooh, by gum. Imagine if we talk like this. People wouldn't be able to hear us, would they? It's like, I wonder if people in England could actually understand what we're saying right now, let alone the internationals.
Well, I reckon the Americans would be asking for them subtitles.
Subtitles are not available in this medium. Soz.
Lols.
Okay, so Lucy Caton said, song... Sorry, I felt like I was almost going to say it in a voice then. Song, ain't got time to hit up Spotify playlist. Well, laughy cry face. And then my favourite Bob, so Bob W. Christian, he's always going to be my number one faves. Yeah, up there with my number one's faves, you know. I've got a few up there, really. I'm going to have to say anything by Barry White or You and Me at 6. Save it for the bedroom, kiss and... save it for the bedroom, kiss and tell. Oh. See, that's why I like Bob, because everyone's had a bit of a giggle with it, and then Bob's like, he came up with a really nice answer.
Brings everyone back above the gutter.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. That's good. That's
refreshments.
Good. Yeah.
Anyone? Come up, come up. A little bit of air. Come on.
Stop saying "come," Andy. It's inappropriate. and then Graham Arnold again has he sent a couple of links to songs. Jay and Silent Bob, dope song. And Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Morris Tay and The Time.
Jungle Love.
Jungle Love. Oh.
Yep.
You know you got to.
So I don't know the context to this one, because all I've got is Graham saying, difficult.
Yeah, no, this is how he first responded. So
I either Careless Whisper, the Macarena, should be coming round the mountain when she comes, the Imperial March, or the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme, all dependent on the level of intensity. Pro tip, if you stick on an album, go for a live album. It's nice to get applauded every 3 minutes or so. Which, Jamie Vestiche Westwood said, "Is it wrong I just sat there thrusting to the Imperial March to see how it would go?" Oh, yeah.
I can see how that'd work.
Yeah.
No, you stay there, love. Brace yourself. Nah.
I mean, that conversation went on for a little bit longer as well, but I couldn't like take enough screenshots to like marry them up all properly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that conversation did go on for a little bit further. And, throw a couple of Star Wars insults in there and what Star Wars ones, while listening to the Imperial March and stuff. So they were all very, very funny, but I just couldn't take the screenshots properly. So, is it me now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going anyway.
Yeah.
So, Jamie, I'm not going to say the middle thing. Jamie Westwood. Although not tried and tested, I reckon Cotton Eye Joe would be an interesting beat to go along to. Put on the great Cotton Eye Joe. I've been married a long time ago.
It's all a bit too rednecky and deliverancy for me, but...
What is it with you and Deliverance this week, James? That's like the 6th time.
It can get very lonely on those moors.
And so then Graham Arnold commented again, and I can confirm, I think he meant or deny. I can confirm or deny. Sorry, that's my reading again. I can confirm or deny this.
No. You said
yeah, but he's not written nor, is he?
All right, I'm just trying to clear up his time.
I cannot confirm or deny this. I can neither confirm or deny this.
Yeah. Graham, you done fucked up on the typing.
Yeah. In his overexcitement, mate, just wipe yourself clean, then type. Don't multitask.
Yeah, to be fair, he's probably trying to type this one-handed, so...
Yeah.
All the excitement.
There was a bit of splashback on the screen.
Oh, yeah. Or the keyboard.
Oh, I wondered
Slippy
what that
fingers.
was.
Yeah.
Slippy fingers on the keyboard.
So to be fair, it's very hard to keep a phone still while pumping one out.
Yeah. It's not easy for the ladies either, I have to say. Smut Talk by Talking Codswallop.
So that's how you drop the phone on your head.
Yeah.
No, that was just an incident.
James, another little insight.
Yes. No, yes.
Right, so Graham Arnold commented with, I can confirm nor deny this, but choosing not to find out what? Am I like really reading?
No.
Just do your interpretation. I can neither confirm or deny this, but choosing not to say anything. Yeah. But find out for yourselves, people. Gain knowledge through experience, damn it.
Okay. Well, you've read it, so that's fine.
And then I said, no half holes with that song, lols.
That'd be right, that'd be.
Yeah.
That be.
Right. So, what's a half hole?
Have you never seen, have you ever listened to Jay and Silent Bob Get Old? No?
No.
Okay, because Jason Mewes basically... Jason Mew, apparently. Jason Mewes has got a bit where he's talking about like a sexual experience that he's had during the podcast.
Yes, he does. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, and then he goes... half, ho, half, ho. Obviously, you know what's going in, right?
Yeah.
And you know where it's going in. Okay, enough said.
Hands in pockets, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Jamie Westwood has sent another one to us. Freak me by another level. ... Of course. And it has a little screen of let me lit you up and down.
Till you say stop. Why would you say stop?
Tumbleweed.
Anybody that?
Tumbleweed.
That was like the biggest pause I've ever heard in my life. Just for comical effect, I might leave that pause in.
Yeah.
That was seriously like the 30 seconds that you guys paused for. It's like, I felt like I was deaf or something.
Yeah. Impulse, that's all I'll say.
Fuck off. That was a good joke, and Jamie says it was a good joke, and so did Owen, so there you go.
Yeah.
Right, so Lauren Daleswell, this one really made me chuckle as well. There's a few to avoid. We were getting down to it, or whatever you say, and just had some music on. Had Oasis, Don't Look Back in Anger. Just as he was putting it in, you hear, slip inside. Needless to say, we stopped and laughed for ages. And then, I said, oh my fucking hell, I just roared with laughter, I did.
Lols.
Lols. And then Lauren said, and I couldn't possibly tell you what song we were listening to. We probably get through 2 albums. Laugh out loud emoji face.
I don't like to say anything, but you know.
That my man is a stud.
Yeah. Have you met James?
You call that staying power?
And last but not least, this was actually the first message that kicked it all off, so thank you to this couple for joining in. Yeah. But yes, take it away, Andy. I think it's your turn.
I love that the song. I love that you've put song and not songs. Ian Shaw, Nicola Gosling. Yeah, we usually get through an audiobook of War and Peace. All right, no need to brag,
Andy,
mate.
I was going to say, Andy, don't be sarky.
No, that was me trying to sort of do the emoji of the hands up in the air.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. You mean you guys don't loop it on the same one? Oh, ha ha.
No, it was more like, oh, ha ha.
Oh, ha ha.
You didn't like your own joke.
No. I meant, what I meant was also being sarcastic. Like, you mean you guys don't loop the same one? Oh. Ha.
It's just that. It's like, you don't get my jokes.
It was more like a nervous, like. We use, steps 5, 6, 7, 8. Anyway, so and then Ian Shaw says,
Jim Williams, we get through War and Peace, then the first half of War again. Lol. And then Gemma says something, but I can't see what she wrote it because it's all like capped off.
No.
It is.
What I wrote was core. I didn't write core blimey, but I'm going to add it in for effect. Core blimey, you're a stallion, you are. And then sent a picture of a really weird looking horse.
Oh, that sausage one that you keep sending James and I.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So how many thumbs up have I got now? 3. Okay. Well, I think, going by last week's episode, I think that this episode was much, much better. James still has to listen, though, because you've promised to last week's episode. James, stop it. James, just for the record, has put another thumbs up in our chat. And another one. Any more?
I think my recording's bugging up just now. I've got... hang on.
Well, that's because you're ballsing around. Stop it.
But I think I've lost... You're not recording, are you, Gemma? Hello? Yes? Are you recording this, or is it just me recording my bit?
Do I tell you the truth, or do I make you shit your pants right now?
Tell me the truth. Because I think I've got this last...
You can't handle the truth.
Well, luckily for you, I'm recording the audio.
Well, I'll still send you what I've got, but yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So I think that we've done very well this episode, and we've made up for last week's episode perfectly. So on that note, I think we've been talking enough codswallop this week. I have been Gemma.
I have been James. I've been loving reading what all you sick degenerates have sent us. It's brilliant. Thank you.
That's why they're the Salty Tadpoles, though, because they're the best.
I just want to say, I'm amazed no one has sent us Foot Like a Beast by Wasp.
Oh, again, why didn't you pick it?
Yeah, James.
Yeah, Andy's sitting there going, am I going to be able to say my name in a minute?
When's it going to be about me?
It's always about you.
All right, it's been me. Yeah, I've been Andy. And I've been Andy.
And you've been Andy.
Oh, he's been Andy, I has.
He's Handy Andy.
Oh, and believe me, I am handy.
Oh.